My name is Peter Bryant. I'm an assistant athletic director here at Grand Valley State University. One of the areas I oversee is our main rec center and its day-to-day operations, long-term facility upgrades and projects, and then as well as fulfilling the university's vision of making sure that we provide the best spaces possible for our students and community. One area that I enjoy the most is just working with our students, making sure that we have the best facilities possible for our community and our spaces here. We had several goals in mind. I think one was we needed more accessibility. We needed more equipment. The rec center, campus recreation industry, it's changing. That landscape has really changed a lot in the past 4 to 5 years, where students were more cardio focused, even 2 or 3 years ago, now has shifted more strength focused. I think it starts with a clear vision. What are your goals as an institution, as a department? And really having that as your guiding roadmap and pathway for selecting vendors. I also think that having student involvement is crucial. Having your stakeholders being part of the conversations, whether that's departments here on campus, community members, alum, and really looking at not only serving the students now, but also the students 5, 10 years down the road. Because this is an investment in our campus, our community, and we want it to last. Yeah, so some challenges today, like any other higher ed institution, is just the timelines. Right now we're battling everywhere from academic pressure, enrollment challenges, and I think having a co-op in partnership with Matrix Fitness, specifically Omnia as well, allows us to really cut those timelines in half. From avoiding RFPs, formal RFP processes, and just really going into the relationship building and making sure that we have the right equipment for the right spaces here on campus. We were working with an already established space. So we already had brick and mortar down. We already had flooring in place. So having equipment that's adaptable, functional, multi-purpose was crucial in all of this. Having equipment that's modular, that we can even move a year or two down the road to adapt with the trends that we're seeing, was something we were looking at right away. We were limited to how many people could enter the room at one time, again, based on that square footage. So when it came to selecting a vendor, selecting a partner, we needed somebody with not only the vision to see the space and how it is, and how it will be, but also looking at inclusivity and how we can have a space that's for folks coming in for the first time, or the 100th time, or the 1000th time during their time at Grand Valley. Yeah, we were introduced to Matrix really early on from other peer institutions. Omnia and Matrix, they were selected primarily because of the quality of equipment, the availability, and also the personal relationship that we have with our local reps in the area, where they were able to come in, look at our space, and then really set a vision along with our campus goals that we set early on, specifically with our campus vibrancy project that we've been working on for well over 2 years. We were able to visit several universities that Matrix has been a part of and has worked with over the years, and be able to touch the equipment, be able to design, working with their designers at their headquarters. That was huge. So be able to have that trust, that relationship, to pick up a phone and call them and say, hey, what do you think about this? I think that speaks volumes, and that's what we're looking for in a vendor for a project like this. When we invited Matrix to come in, they took our priorities, our goals together, and then really laid out a space that really I think our students and community have really enjoyed so far. So the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. We've had several students, faculty, staff, community members not only email and call and also have in-person conversations about what we're doing, but we've also seen numbers increase. We've seen the demand for the space. It was already here, but now we're seeing it even more so with the new line of strength equipment, and really looking at the trends that we've been focusing on for the past couple years with surveys, with questions to our community. But now we're able to see that firsthand in the space, and we're able to adapt also, I think, for future trends that we're seeing within the rec well industry. I'm excited for the future. This equipment's going to allow us to do a lot here moving forward. So other universities, institutions looking to do something similar, I highly recommend a strong vision early on in the process. And that vision should be set by not only the department managing the space itself, but also key stakeholders from around campus, whether that's from your academic side, athletics, even recreation and wellness programming. Having people involved early on will create that buy-in and really have a space that's well suited for all different areas. So focusing more on the strength, less cardio, more functional experiences. And so now our focus on not only now, but the future is creating spaces curated to those results for our students, for our community. And now we're looking at not only equipment in the rec center, but we're looking at holistic features as well, such as lounge areas for students, wellness programming, opportunities for them. Not only the equipment, but the programming with it, I think is something that is going to be, from a future standpoint, really looked at heavily by students, by faculty and staff, as really the standard for university recreation. Matrix is a huge partner for us. I think our relationship with them, not only over the past couple of years, but also the past decade, has been one that's built with trust. It's been a partnership that we've really come to value and really appreciate over the years. Our long-term plan, again, is to grow our spaces. We want to be able to adapt to trends now, next month, next year. I think the rec environment, rec trends that we're seeing are moving away from your traditional siloed spaces, such as cardio, such as strength, and bringing that all together into more of a functional environment that our students can make it their own. And again, I think the partnership with Matrix, the equipment we've selected, we're able to do that very easily.